I interviewed your parents. You weren't there. You were too busy with Brenda. Maybe this part is my show.
All right, fine.
It's like a film noir type of thing, you know, Philip Marlowe.
Go ahead.
It was hot. I mean, even for August. So hot that my ass was sticking to the seat of my car like a fly on paper. But not as hot as this woman I was about to interview. She gave the new words the meaning femme fatale. Too bad she was some poor kid's mother.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paula Abagnale and the Abagnale Dancers perform dancing around the subject. Haven't seen Frankie since he ran away. I always knew I'd see this day. I kept saying it's a shock. What's that expression Kesta said? He's a chip off the old block. But if you see him, please pass on this plea. Don't be a stranger. Tell him that for me.
Could I happen to see a family photo?
I don't have a reason for it. Here, his junior class yearbook.
That's him. Heavens to Betsy, that's him. Class treasurer?
Is Frankie in some sort of trouble?
Ma'am, your son is in a great deal of trouble. He's been writing bad checks and forging government
Well,
documents.
so half the kids his age are on dope, but instead you chase after Frankie because he made a little mistake? Tell me how much he owes and I'll write you a check.
Okay, so far it's $1.4 million.
Say, Papa, Sigla.
It's possible. Unlikely, but possible.
Sounds like Frankie's good at this.
Yes, if you want to raise a crook, you should be very proud.
My Frankie had a clever mind. Could spend hours all alone. I wouldn't have been surprised to find his diaper on his home. Could I have been there more? Well, say la vie. Don't be a stranger. Tell him that for me.
So you mean to tell me you haven't seen your son since you left your husband?
I'm to blame. Is that what you're saying?
I don't blame people, ma'am. I just catch the bad guys.
Oh, I tried, I couldn't hide when love had flown away. Children close their eyes, but still they see. I took a chance, a new romance. Is it a crime to say I made a choice and chose what's best for me?
Ma'am, where might I find your son?
Ask his father. Frankie writes to him.
His father would be?
Check the bars in town.
Okay then.
Well, I'll just bide my time.
Almost there.
Seems to me that Lady Luck can still turn on a dime.
Oh, our there.
Maybe one will once again be free. Don't be a stranger. Tell him that for me.
Don't be a stranger. Tell him that for me. Don't be a stranger.
Tell him that
For
Do you have any idea where your child is?
Yeah, he's always in the air. A pilot for Pan Am. What a life.
He's not a pilot, Mr. Abagnale. He's never been one. Your son's a counterfeiter and a con man.
I knew that. I just wanted to see what you knew. You really expect a father to give up his son?
Yes, I do. I expect a father to do that. Listen, Mr. Abagnale, people get shot in my line of work. Real bullets, real guns. I'd like to bring your son in alive.
Okay, here's the truth. Got a letter from him just today. He signed up. He's over in Nam serving his country.
Can I see the letter?
And no return address. He's in country, risking his life for you and me. Not a bad way to leave his troubles behind, I'd say. Got out of the game just at the right time.
The game?
You know, the game. Don't let the bastards get the best of you. Look out for yourselves when the banks and the government and the big boys try to rob you blind.
Is that what you taught your son?
A man should go after what
A
he
man
wants
should
in
face
life.
up to what he's done.
Well, these two need some music. A saloon song for two lonely souls. And what could these two possibly have in common? Oh yeah, me.
Mr. Abagnale.
Please. Frank.
Okay, Frank, your kid needs you now.
What can I do for him that he can't possibly do better for himself?
You could tell him to stop. You could tell him to come in. You're probably the only one that can.
I think we're all in a lot of trouble, Carl. All the kid used to think of me as Jesus Christ, Dean Martin, and JFK all rolled into one. I couldn't live up to that. Hey, I did the best that I could. I told him I loved him. Every day.
You should have told him not to commit grand larceny.
And the way of the world, Carl, our fathers screw us up, we turn around, do the same thing to our kids. Eternal cycle.
Until someone breaks it.
Little boy, be a man. Yeah, that was Pop's only plan. He never kissed me or sang baby mine. Sure, I'd have loved a hug, but hey, I turned out just fine. And if I ever did cry, he smacked that tear right out my eye. He'd say, grow up, kids, you're no Peter Pan. Little boy, be a man.
You want to do your kid better, right?
Hey, got any kids, Carl?
I do not.
And what the hell do you know about it? I suppose your father was a prince?
Yeah, of darkness. Little man, grow some balls.
Oh, he's
I swear to God, every day that motto rang throughout the halls. And listen to this one. On my 10th birthday, he showed me a gun, then took me to a cornfield and said, okay, run. Yes, sense of humor was
Yeah, like
right.
father, like son.
Lucky for me, so was his aim. If he had sewn some needle points that hung on the wall, it would have said, little man, grow some balls. Ball games that he missed, nights he came home pissed. Well, I don't think about that any longer. No one in the bleachers.
And fist fights with my teachers. I'm living proof what doesn't kill ya makes ya stronger.
What do you say we set the kid straight off, Frank?
No, the kid's doing great. He's in the air serving his country. He's gonna be
That's
fine.
what you think.
Hey, you gotta let go, Carl. You can't hold on forever. Little man, little me. They come with no warranty. I try to fix it, but who would have guessed? It's hard to say, but father doesn't always know best. So Carl, when you have a kid,
My ex said heaven forbid.
do as I say, not as I did. Like that after that after that after that, the whole mess began. You do the best that you can.
Little boy, be a man. You gotta pay for it. I need to get to Atlanta. And make sure he gets home okay.
Buddy, he is home.
I've looked into So many lives, but never got this close. The distance made it easier to see. I like to do the job at hand, and then it's adios. Here's a case that's got the best of me. An envelope with his address, a brand new set of tracks, leading to a kid with no roads left to choose. There's no one left to save the day. It's time to face the facts. So I'll take that ride with the boy inside the clue.
Brenda, it's okay.
Sorry, Frank. I want to. I'm not ready.
No, it's fine. I'll wait for you. I'd wait for you forever. I mean, it took me 2 months just to get you to talk to me.
I didn't mean to be rude.
It's okay. I love a challenge.
But why me, Frank? You could have any nurse here. You know girls from everywhere. You've been to Italy and Paris, and how about all those beautiful girls in Germany? Why me, Frank?
Because I love that you're good at your job. I love that you work hard. I love that I can be myself around you, and I like that I can ask you anything. Like, why do you leave New Orleans?
For no reason, really. Well, I sort of ran away.
Why would you do something like that?
I was engaged to be married. He was the son of my father's law partner, and he wasn't very nice to me. So on the morning of my wedding, I looked at myself in the mirror, and I realized I did not want to marry him. So I left home, and I haven't been back since.
I'm so sorry. You know I'll never hurt you.
You say that now, but we have nothing in common.
Well, I think we have more than you know.
You're the Harvard graduate world traveler, and I'm just ordinary.
Ordinary is beautiful. I don't need Paris, or a fancy restaurant, or a huge orchestra. Maybe just some subtle orchestrations and some mood lighting. Brenda, I've been so many places, but everything I found was just what I saw along the way while I was looking for you. I've seen the 7 wonders, if you give or take a few. But all them 7 wonders, well, they can't compare to you. I've been a lot of places, yes, I've traveled near and far. Now I know that home is where you are. Niagara Falls, a leaky faucet that some plumber ought to fix. The pyramids are really just a dusty pile of bricks. The Taj Mahal, a fixer-upper. The Grand Canyon, just a hole. The Grand Canal in Venice, an Italian toilet bowl. I've seen the 7 wonders, if you or take a few. All them 7 wonders, well, they can't compare to you. I've been a lot of places, yes, I've traveled near and far. But now I know the home is where you are.
The Aurora Borealis,
Just a nightlight on the fritz.
Stonehenge,
Just a pile of rocks.
the greatest heart.
The pits.
How about the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
Looks like something up and roll.
Mount Rushmore,
Someone climb up there and tell them boys a joke. Yes, my traveling days are over.
check, I'll pay the bills. 'Cause I